The man used just an ordinary pen to effortlessly draw portraits identical to those on US dollars. Then, with his exceptional copying skills, he perfectly replicated all the patterns and text from the dollar bill. Finally, after combining all the parts together, a template for a counterfeit $100 bill was completed. But this was only the simplest step in the entire process. The real challenge was replicating the watermark on the bills. This feature was embedded during paper manufacturing. Even David, the copying genius, couldn't replicate this technology. But at this moment, the criminal gang leader Henry suddenly came up with an idea. If we first create the watermark, then sandwich it between two pieces of paper, compress 3 sheets into one, we can perfectly recreate the banknote watermark effect. This would also solve the thickness issue of the counterfeit bills, because through Henry's years of investigation, the remaining materials from money printing were used to make phone directories. The thickness of this paper was exactly 1/3 of a dollar bill, which perfectly suited their needs. So the two secretly approached the communications company's CEO and bought hundreds of tons of paper under the guise of charity. Then, using their previously made template, they printed the first batch of counterfeit samples. After analysis by their in-house experts, these counterfeits were almost indistinguishable from real ones. However, to completely replicate US dollars, they still needed one final material: color-shifting ink. This material was strictly controlled by banks. Ordinary people couldn't purchase it. So Henry made a bold decision. He first parked a tractor in the middle of the road, forcing the ink transport convoy to stop. Then he used himself as bait, engaging in direct fire with the security guards. Meanwhile, the snipers lying in ambush were in position, and quickly took down all guards from the side. The counterfeit gang successfully seized the color-shifting ink, to leave no evidence behind. Henry specifically planted a bomb on the transport vehicle before leaving. With a huge explosion, the entire convoy was instantly engulfed in flames. Back at their base, all printing machines began running day and night printing counterfeit money. Before long, they finally produced counterfeits that looked even more genuine than real bills. But David couldn't feel happy about it, because they would eventually run out of ink. He realized they needed to find a solution quickly. So while David flew around the world with Henry, trading counterfeit money, he continuously experimented with various ink color combinations, until during one transaction with a gang, David was surprised to discover that on the gang leader's car was color-shifting paint very similar to that used on US dollars.